There's always some bullshit around the corner when it comes to Manchester United. There's always bullshit around the corner when it comes to Arsenal. In my opinion, the two most maligned and disrespected teams in the Premier League, especially when things are going well. We're going to delve into why. I believe there's a psychology behind it. I believe there's a bitterness behind it. We're going to delve into these stories. Hit the like button for me, subscribe, and give me your views and opinions below. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? And turn on those bell notifications. It's so important. Rasmus Hojlund has found form. The form I believed he would find. The form most Man United fans, in fact, most rivals rated this kid. The amount of Gooners, the amount of Chelsea fans, the amount of Liverpool fans that come onto the football terrace and that have stated in one way, shape, or form, oh, if we had Rasmus up front for us instead of X, Y, or Z, do you know how many more goals we'd have scored this year? We were not creating abundance of chances. Now, the clear-cut chances are starting to come a little more frequently. The player's confidence is up. He's the youngest player in Man United's history to score in 5 league games on the bounce. If he scores against Luton this weekend, he becomes the youngest player in Premier League history to score in 6 games on a row. So what happens? The BS begins. The media starts to leak reports that are meant to try and unsettle Manchester United. It's stated here that Real Madrid have asked their chief scouts to keep an eye on Rasmus Hojlund as they keep him as an option should they fail to sign either Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland this summer. And firstly, they're guessing Mbappe. Mbappe is going to become a Real Madrid player. Secondly, I mean, you're not getting Erling Haaland right now from Man City. It would take a bid of 300 to 400 million pounds, and Madrid don't have the facilities for that big man. They don't. Nobody does. He's going nowhere. And Rasmus Hojlund, doesn't matter if he scores in every game that United play for the rest of this season, he is not leaving. This, for me, I know what this is. There is credibility behind the link. Rasmus Hojlund is a player that Real Madrid were scouting, that they were keeping an eye on. But it's an old story from before he joined Man United, mixed into the Mbappe story, and then used and perpetuated and pushed out by the British media to destabilize Man United. Because heaven forbid, we have a player that we can praise, that we can sit there and say, oh, I'm really excited about his future. As soon as he has a few good games, linked to leaving. And the thing is, I'm really proud to say that Man United fans haven't fallen for this absolute nonsense by the media. He's going nowhere. He isn't leaving. It's just crap. That's it. There's no more to say about it than that. It's just absolute nonsense. Now, I want to talk about Man United's performance at the weekend and something Simon Jordan has had to say, because people have gone for him for his Ten Hag stance, and this is about standards. I want to get your opinions on this. We've got an Arsenal one coming up later as well, so stay with the show. Take a listen to this and tell me what you think.
Around the bush, fellas, let's talk about United. How's Ten Hag's suit looking now, Simon?
I don't know.
So obviously Simon being digged out by a Man United fan for his criticism of Ten Hag and Man United now that we've won 3 games on the bounce and just beaten Aston Villa, just for context.
No, how does it look for you guys when you're 6th in the Premier League after spending hundreds and hundreds of millions of pounds and being argued the biggest football club in English football and worldwide? How does it feel for you? I don't know. You beat Aston Villa, who battered you. You beat them 2-1. What does that say?
Well, the result tells you that Manchester United grinded it out and won
fantastic. You're not in Europe. You're not going to win anything this season.
Well, you don't know that, Simon. You don't know if we're not going to win the FA Cup. Like, you don't know that. That's a nonsense comment, because people like you said that at the start of last season, and we went on to win the League Cup and got to an FA Cup final.
And the best thing you can possibly win is 4th berth. I don't know.
That's not true.
If your suit fits well there, it fits well.
So your point is, all right, calm down a bit. Well, you might have improved, but not that much.
My point is that Manchester United, if you've set your standards so low now that you're grateful to beat sides around you. I mean, I know it's the first time.
See, this is what you call speaking out of both sides of your mouth. I actually agree with the point Simon's making. I'm happy we beat Villa. I'm happy we beat West Ham. I'm happy that we beat Who did we beat before that? Wolves. Am I looking at those victories and thinking we are back? This is the beginning of our resurgence and we're going to be challenging for the Premier League next year. No, the performances don't dictate that. They don't dictate it. They don't tell you that's the direction we're going in. A lot needs to be fixed at Man United. However, when it comes to reviewing the individual games, this is where people like Simon become hypocrites, because 3 to 4 weeks ago, he was saying it's a results-based business and Man United need results. Man United need results. The manager needs results. That is all that really matters. Now we start getting results and the goalpost moves to the performances and the sustainability. That's the issue I have. That is the issue I have with a lot of the professional punditry that's out there. Is 1 minute it's all about results, the next minute it's all about performance. It's always been about both. So when we weren't winning, I was also focused on the result and the performance. Now that we're winning, I'm happy about the wins. It's great that we're winning, but I am looking at the performances. But it's very hard to focus on Man United performances because we don't even know if this manager and his coaching staff are staying beyond the course of next season. So the way Man United's situation is taken out of context and reviewed whenever we start to win, players being linked with moves away, pundits talking out of both sides of their mouth. And let me reiterate again for the silly people in the back, I don't necessarily disagree with what Simon has said in this particular passage, because I know there'll be comments saying, but Simon's right. It's not about him being right or wrong in this moment. It's what he said previously being a complete contradiction of this. Now, I want to get your views on this. I want to get your opinions on what Man United, the reviews of Man United recently. Let me know in the comments section below.
Nice.
Fancy it.
No, City.
But I know, but you're 2 points off Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right? You're level on points with Man City. You've played a game more, right?
City.
But no, that's fine. But do you feel as though Arsenal aren't getting enough respect?
Well, Arsenal never do. Whatever Arsenal do, people
Never do.
Unless we go this whole season unbeaten, that's probably the last time we got any respect.
Yeah, but don't you think...
Do you know what? That's why I say that, right? Yeah. Even me saying that, you try and disrespect that. Because they go whole season unbeaten, and you want to call them not unbeaten.
They weren't the whole season unbeaten.
Okay, did they get
in the league?
Okay. Did they get beat in the league? Yes or no?
No, you
No,
drew
that wasn't the
12
question.
games.
Did they get beat?
No.
Has it ever been done before?
Yeah.
In the Premier League?
Not in the Premier League.
Okay, so it's invincibles, right?
Unbeatables.
You see?
But you weren't invincible. You got beat.
Look, I wanted to. This bit of the video is really important. This is banter. This is not serious analysis. So you can take it in the context of which it's meant, which is a little bit of comedic relief in a football show.
You even poke fun of that achievement.
Because I know you buy it.
So it's...
See, I knew it was... I haven't seen this clip yet. I haven't seen this full clip. And I knew that a comment like that would come out. That's when you turn around and go, ha ha, good joke. Enjoy it. Okay.
Listen, Manchester City...
But here's the thing. Last season, right? Arsenal fans, I mean, you were literally printing the T-shirts of Premier League champions. You were.
I wasn't. Tell the truth, I wasn't.
No, Arsenal fans were.
They were.
And a couple of times you got carried away. And rightly so. That's what football fans do. We're going to win it. We're going to win the league. You did that last season. And then you fell off a cliff.
Do you know what it is?
Can you find that? Can you find that? We need that.
Keelan, you're an Arsenal fan. What is going on here? Keelan, you support Arsenal.
He knows.
No, honestly.
That's what happened last season.
I think Arsenal will get the respect once they win the title. They have to. Once they put that to bed again...
I don't think you're going to win it.
I don't think...
By the way,
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. As I've said before, Arsenal, the goalposts for Arsenal move in such mysterious ways, genuinely, because at the beginning of the season, and I'll go back to what I said Arteta needs to win something now, or he's at risk of losing his job. And I stand by that. But what I always talk about is the context of not winning. You're in the title race right up until the death, and you push one of the best teams ever in Man City and this Liverpool team right to the edge. I don't look at that as complete failure. I think having that hard-nosed stance that's failure, even if you're 1 point off of this City team this year, looking at that as complete failure, I believe to be almost like an oversimplification of the circumstances you're in. You've got to look at the Champions League run as well. Yes, going out early in the domestic cups is a smudge. There's no doubt about it. But you have to review the situation and look at things realistically. Who's available? Who will definitely improve this team? Is it more of a risk to change manager than it is to keep him? Is the dressing room playing for him? Have they actually regressed in any way, shape, or form? You have to look at all these circumstances. But the disrespect shown towards Arsenal is palpable because someone super chatted this on the show last night. I don't remember the person's name, so I apologize. But I didn't want to make it sound like it was it is my opinion now, my view, because it makes perfect sense. I want to say it was Kenny. It might have been Kenny that wrote this in the comment section. But it's now something that's changed my mind or reaffirmed something for me. And they said that a lot of rivals are saying, a lot of pundits are saying, if Arteta cannot beat Pep to the Premier League this season to winning it, he should be sacked. By that logic, 19 managers need to be sacked. Why is it that Man United fans think Arteta should be sacked if he doesn't beat Pep to the league title, but they're standing behind Ten Hag? Why do Spurs fans think Arteta needs to be sacked if he doesn't win the league this year, but Postecoglou shouldn't be? How far? Why is it okay to sack Arteta if he doesn't beat Pep to win the league, but not Eddie Howe? Why is it that it's win or bust for Arteta and Arsenal, but for every other team there is context? For every other team, people say, well, the stage we're at our rebuild, or the age of my manager, the age of my squad, the position that we're in. You can apply context to every situation. And I would say if Arsenal end up finishing 5th from this point, or 4th and nowhere near the league title, there is definitely a conversation that needs to be had. There definitely has to be a conversation. But if they continue to keep up with both teams, and on the final day of the season, all three can win the Premier League, and they miss out by a point or on goal difference, it would be an absolute madness, in my opinion, to change the manager. But yet the narrative is it's complete failure. And teams that are going to finish 4th and 5th and 6th are going to be painted by rivals and by the media as having better seasons than Arsenal. This is crazy. I come from an era and a generation where if your team was capable of winning the league, which Arsenal are, and if they were in that title race, yes, you were frustrated when you didn't win it. But when there was consistency, and so far Arsenal in the last 18 months to 2 years are showing that consistency, there is no need for the majority of the time to be throwing baby out with the bathwater. Not at this stage of Arsenal's situation. And I stand by that. But the disrespect shown to Arsenal is absolutely, I think in the last 10 years, it's unprecedented. I've not seen anything like it in the last 10 years. It is crazy to me. It's absolute BS, like I said at the top of this video. And this conversation, I'm just watching this on TalkSport, and I was thinking about it, and I was just looking for other people's views and opinions to really, am I dreaming about this? And I thought a lot of what Darren Bent said is right. By the way, if Arsenal do win the league, I'm putting it out there to you now. The narrative will be that City collapsed and City handed it to them, and not that Arsenal won it. So there's never going to be the respect that they deserve, especially from the mainstream media. And I think that Arsenal fans need to kind of prepare themselves for that, have their ammunition ready, and ensure that they're not drawn out by it, is what I would say. But look, I want to get your views and opinions on both the Man United and the Arsenal side of this content today. Leave me your comments below. Make sure you're subscribing, and we'll see you all again soon. Peace.